Hi guys, it's Martin here from Westronics, and this video I want to show you guys a very common problem with the Denso starter motors fitted in Toyota cars, mainly petrol cars like Corolla, Denso, Corolla Verso, Corolla Avensis, 1.6, 1.8 engines manufactured really from about 02 onwards onto 2007, 2011. I'm making this video because lately I've come across really a lot of them, and repairing them is extremely simple and it's really cheap, where the new starters are very expensive, and really every single starter I've got here I managed to repair, and that saves people a lot of money. So I've decided to make a video and show you guys how this particular job is done and how easy it is. Now guys, this is the starter. They're one of the Toyota petrol. As you see, there's a plug on the solenoid, and it's a small slim starter. To just make it easier for you guys to identify that this is the starter you have, this is the type you have. I have a body of one of them starters. On the other one the sticker is damaged, but this is basically it. That's what you will see on the sticker on the vehicle. It says Toyota on the top, 2P. On the bottom here it says Denso, made in Italy. Sometimes the numbers could be different, but I wouldn't worry much about that, because these starters could be, because they are fit in different vehicles, the different stickers put on them. But basically, if you see a white sticker with Toyota Denso, made in Italy on the bottom, I don't know if you can see it clearly here, it says Denso, made in Italy, 12 volt. That's basically the starter you want to, you can do it. Now, what happens in them generally? If your starter is getting lazy, or if you're trying to start the vehicle and absolutely nothing happens, it's completely dead, it means this is the starter problem. Now, there could be a couple of reasons why this is happening as well, but 99 times out of 100 is the starter problem, and they do give a fair bit of trouble. What is the problem? The problem are the brushes located here underneath that cap, and this is the lead coming off them. Now, normally if you take the starter out and try to test it on the bench, it will work, because you took it out, you bang it, you shook it a bit, the brushes are just making enough contact to spin. But I know the brushes are the problem in this one, but we give it a shot. Yeah, see guys, and that's what happens when the brushes go. There's just a tiny small spark. Now, and even if we put the power directly into the solenoid itself, in the plug there, use that as an extension, same thing happens, just a little spark, nothing else, and we're feeding power directly into the solenoid. Solenoid doesn't even click, and that's because the solenoid is grounded through the brushes, and if the brushes are gone, the solenoid won't work, it'll just spark. So this is our problem, the brushes inside. Now we start stripping that starter from removing this nut. This is a 12 socket, these two little Phillipses, and these two long throughout bolts. These are Phillipses, this is 12, and the long throughout bolts, they are the Torx key, one of these ones. Now when you have all the bolts loose, the main lead from the solenoid, two throughout bolts and two bolts at the top, we want to remove the cap from the actual body. Now, this cap will more than likely come off with the brush box itself. Now, this is the brush box. We simply just slide the rubber out of the cover, and this is our complete brush box. And as you can see, the brushes are gone. Now, not all of them have to be gone. One short brush will do the job, and that will stop the starter from working. So this is really it. This is our problem. Now, this is our cover. There's nothing else to it really. That's about it. Now, the very important thing while you're doing it is to check the armature. Hold down the body with your hand and pull the armature out. This is it. Why we want to check that? Because if the brushes go and you keep using the vehicle, you can damage the armature. It's very simple to see if the armature is damaged or not. Now, before you go clean it with the sandpaper, which has to be done, just have a quick look at it and turn it around very slowly. Now, as you see, when we are turning it, these segments, these copper segments, they are mechanically intact. none of them segments is really completely burned out or completely shriveled or badly damaged. A little clean up with the sandpaper will do the job for them. Now I have a damaged one here, and as you can see, if we turn it, see there's one segment here, this particular segment. If you look into it, the actual surface of it is damaged. If we run our finger on it, it's destroyed. Now I'm going to clean both of them armatures. That will give us a better idea. It'll show us clearer if it's gone or not. Now, while you clean your armatures, what you can do as well, inside in the starter, there where you see the spider gears, you can put a few drops of oil just to keep that lubricated. Now we can put it away so. Now, simplest way of cleaning the armature is just to put it in the vise, tighten it just gently, it doesn't have to be held very solidly. Get yourself a strip of fine sandpaper. Give it a little tap. That's one, and it's the other one. Now guys, this is the good one that came off it, and look, have a close look at this copper segments. They're all shiny. There's no actually physical bits missing out to it. It's all nice, shiny and smooth. Now this is the cleaned up bad one, and if you have a look, turn it slowly. Now we see here bit missing, here big bit missing. If your armature looks like that after cleaning, it's no good. It's no good for nothing. Now these armatures are available, you can buy them, and they are reasonable enough. I know these starters are very expensive to buy new genuine. They are around €300 to buy here, and simple repair like that might fix it for you. You can get the armature and the brush box changed a lot, and you're 100% sure. We have the brush box here. Now this brush box, I have new brushes as you see. This brush box is the same as this one. There's only little difference. This has a different lead than this one, but there's no direct replacement of these brush boxes. But I have used these ones in place, and they work a treat. There's no problem with it at all. Now it's time to assemble it. Get our starter. I'll put it down like that. Now we have our spider gears. We have tiny bit of lubrication now. Spider gears. We get our armature. Now hold the body down, shove it down, give it a turn so we know it sits down. Now that's our brush box. Put it down like that, and what you do is just push back the brushes one by one or in pairs, and our brush box is on the armature now. See? The brush box sits down on the armature. Now we can put it upright. This is our cap. Now I never change any bushings in them starters. I haven't seen them given trouble yet. They are simply too small, and the shafts on the armatures are too small to damage them. So what we do is we just put a drop of lubrication in the bushing, tiny drop. You don't need much, you don't want much because it's too near to brushes to risk swamping it with oil. And now see the slot there in the cap? That fits into the rubber grommet in the brush. So what you do is you just put the cap down and slide it over the rubber grommet. Now sometimes it mightn't be that easy, but sometimes it just hops in. Now the cap is on, it's still moving. Now how do you know where the cap goes? It's very simple. Because you just line the holes for the throughout bolts with the threads at the bottom, and once you have that lined, you can just drive your throughout bolts and tighten them, and then after you have the throughout bolts tightened, you can tighten the two holes at the top. Now guys, a very important note on the side: if you decide to take the body off to clean that starter, pay attention to it now. Look, I don't know how do you guys see it very clearly, but I hope you do. Now in here, the little steel tit. Now this tit is the part of the actual body. if you took it apart completely and you're reassembling the starter, you have to make sure that this steel tit slides down here, near this thread. Because I often enough seen people what doing, they turn around the steel body so the tit slides down here, and it will come down here, it will fit it, and the starter will be put apart, no problem. You will not notice that there's a problem with it. But if this tit slides down here, this will reverse the direction of the starter. So after reassembling it, after refitting in the vehicle, the starter is going to spin the wrong way because there are magnets inside of it. So changing the way how the body fits repolarizes the direction of the spin. So this is very, very important. The little steel tit, which is the part of the body, have to go down in its original hole, not down here. Now, enough of the gloom talk. We have our 2 throughout bolts. Slide one down, slide another one down, and I'm going to use a drill to tighten. I'm just going to be very gentle. Now when you're tightening, be very gentle because they are not fitted very, very tightly. Now guys, if you look down, sometimes these little holes don't line with the threads. That's because the brush box is kind of loose inside. So all what you do is just put yourself in small screwdriver and just move the brush box so it'll line down. Now put our bolts in. Now our lead, which is a bit longer now, simply what you'll do, you just swerve it like that, hold it down with your finger, put the nut down. You can tighten the nut now. You want to hold it with your finger because this lead has opening on one side. Now this is tight, and as we have this done, it's time to put power into our starter and see what kind of a job we did. Put power onto our main connection here on the solenoid, and off that we are going to feed the solenoid, which is here in that little plug. Now, so you guys see the pinion working. Same thing here. Put power into the main one, and then just feed the little push on the plug. And that's it. The starter is fixed. The brush box doesn't cost much. Even the armature doesn't cost much. They're both light, and this will save a lot of money. And as many of them as I did, I never seen anything else going. I never seen solenoids giving problem in them. I never seen bushings giving problem in them. And I never seen the pinions giving problems. So brush box and the armature are the only two things that you need to change to keep the starter going for another 50-60,000 miles.
Thanks for watching the video. As you have seen, the job with the Toyota starter is very easy. There's only a few screws that hold the starter together. There's no shims, no washers, nothing that can go missing. Take it apart, change the brush box, change the armature if it requires it. The parts aren't expensive. You can find them on our Gold Line Auto Electrics shop on eBay, and it'll cost you quarter, if not less, of the price of a new starter, and it'll basically leave the starter as new again. So let me know if you go ahead and did the job. Let me know in the comments below, and please like the video and subscribe to us if you enjoy.